And then we'll just jump right in. So again, it's very nice to meet you face to face in a virtual sense. Steph Jacks work for Career Services, and I help employers get their jobs out for the students to view and take care of any logistics with the on-campus interviews now being virtual. But this program is brand new to me, so we'll appreciate you starting the employer and residence piece off for the spring semester, and I look forward to connecting and having a more bigger relationship with Stout with your resort. So Jan, if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself and telling a little bit about how you became to where you are today at your resort.
Sure. My name is Jan Whitty, and I'm the Recruitment and Employment Manager at Grand Traverse Resort. I have been here a little over 2 years now, and my career path has really wandered in a lot of different directions. I started out as a co-op student at General Motors Institute, which is now called Kettering University, and I did co-op while I worked there. I worked for General Motors for 10 years, where I was able to receive a master's degree from the University of Detroit Mercy. I then quit General Motors and opened up my own dance studios, which is very unusual, but I have danced my whole life. And so I ran those for about 30 years. And then a couple years ago, I decided to relocate to Northern Michigan to be closer to family. And that's where I was lucky enough to get a position here at Grand Traverse Resort and Spa. And I've moved up to the Recruitment and Employment Manager.
That's exciting. What's your favorite part of your position?
Oh, I think my favorite part is mentoring my coworker. This is Mackenzie Sanders, and she's been with us as well. And so she helps on a lot of the recruiting. We also handle foreign workers coming to work here for seasonal work. And so I just really enjoy mentorship opportunities, which is really why I enjoy an internship program.
That's fantastic. I think the idea of having a mentorship is just an incredible way to learn so many different ways of doing stuff and different ways of learning the ropes hands-on. So I appreciate that, and good luck.
Thank you.
If you wouldn't mind jumping into talking about that beautiful resort of yours, I wish we were just a smidge closer. It's just glorious. Your pictures are so pretty.
Well, I don't think it's very far. It's a drive, which is great. You don't have to fly during COVID.
True.
But we have 900 acres of greens, golf courses, condominiums, our hotel. We have a beachfront area as well. We have over 500 guest rooms, 3 golf courses, 3 restaurants, 3 bars, a huge health center with indoor and outdoor pools, a spa, 9 retail stores, and over 86,000 square feet of conference space. So conferences is a big part of our business here at the resort. And we're located in Northern Michigan in Traverse City, right off of Lake Michigan on Grand Traverse Bay. So it's a beautiful country type setting up here in Traverse City, but we also have a wonderful downtown area in downtown Traverse City. So we have lots of different events once everybody gets over this COVID virus. A lot of events like film festivals and cherry festivals, and you name it, we have a festival for it.
Your property is so large, you don't need to really go anywhere else. You have everything right there. So with that, it's kind of nice that being that it's so inclusive of so many different majors that we actually offer here at Stout, that you're able to connect with more than just the food and beverage staff or the food and beverage students here at Stout. So that's an incredible relationship building perk right there, that you have so many opportunities here at the university. So when you look for applicants, tell us a little bit about, are you looking for just co-op, or are you looking for any full-time? And if it's seasonal, what's the time frame?
Okay. Well, I'm going to turn this part over to Mackenzie. Mackenzie's coordinating our co-op or internship program. So I'll have her introduce herself to you and then talk about our positions that we have available.
Okay, so I'm Mackenzie Sanders. I'm the Human Resources Coordinator here. And as far as the internship program goes, we're mostly looking for interns right now. Just due to COVID, we don't have a lot of full-time opportunities available at this moment. So we're really looking for interns to come to us from May to August. We're looking at the second or third week in May and then through August 9th. So that's the dates that we're looking for the program. And then just to give you a little bit more information about the program and what we do here. So every other week, we have our interns get together for a luncheon where we'll also bring members of our executive team, and they'll be able to come in and just kind of tell their story, what got them into hospitality, what their path was, as well as give them some, advice on how to be successful in this industry here. So that's a great thing that we love. As Jan was saying, mentorship is a huge thing here. So we love being able to give students that opportunity to build those relationships. And then in addition to those biweekly meetings, we're doing something a little bit new this year. We were going to try and do it last year, but because of COVID, we were not able to do this event portion. But this year, we're hoping to group up our interns into just different sections working on different events. So we don't have a lot of guidelines for the events that they have to put on. We would just ask that it's something that, one, benefits our fellow associates here at the resort, two, benefits the Traverse City community, or three, benefits the environment. So those are really our only guidelines, and we want the students to be able to run with that and plan, work with our marketing team to market it to the community and then execute it. So at the end of the summer, we're hoping to have presentations where each group can tell us about their event, what their goals were, talk about maybe what didn't go as well as they hoped, what they could have done better, and then just give us a good overview of their experience here with our internship program. So we're really excited to put that in place this summer. And so that's what we're really looking for.
That sounds absolutely incredible and super interesting for all three of them, actually. So when you have applicants apply, what are some key factors that you look for?
So we are hoping our big key to our program is we want the students to still be in school during this program. So we want it to have to be a part of their program to graduate. So we don't want a senior who's graduating in May. We want someone who has to do this for their program to get that experience and be able to get their degree. So that's a huge thing that we're looking for. And we really are looking for hospitality students, whether that's the lodging and operations side or food and beverage. We have positions for both. So those are our two big things that we're looking for when we get applicants, when the resumes come through.
That sounds good. Simple, easy. Do you have any questions for any of us on the panel, or I should say any of us that that are attending the meeting from Career Services at all that we didn't cover maybe in our emails or our conversations?
Well, I think we had a lot of discussions, and that's been really great. I like the fact that students, you call it a co-op program, I believe, where they need to have so many hours. So we were really excited to see that that was a great fit for our resort. And right now we're in the process of interviewing, so we still have some openings available. But we're also hoping to have that relationship with your university so that going forward, when times are better and we can meet in person, that we can come out and visit and find out more about your program. But I do have a question. Do you have a culinary program at your university?
Yes, we do actually. It's if I can send you the link for the program itself and all the positions and all the faculty connections too, and Katie can help with that as well.
Because that seems like the one area with schools, and we'll have to post something. That seems like the one area with schools that we really have difficulty kind of connecting. We have a culinary college in our town, but not a lot of students attend. And we have a great culinary staff here with our director of food and beverage and our chef that's here that could really show students what it's like to work in the culinary industry, everything from casual dining. We have a beautiful fine dining restaurant at the top of our resort, and we also have a full staff bakery. So I'm really excited to start making connections besides the hospitality side of it, but also the culinary side as well.
Sure. Phil McGurk is a good connection here on campus that, at the top of my head, he's a frequent of our office when we do have visitors. And so that's another person that I will send you some information so you guys can connect as well. So to work out the details of what you're looking for and how it matches with the program itself. And if there's anything that you're looking for that we don't provide, so they can, always improve their program too, but it's pretty top notch.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
This is Katie. Can I ask a question? My question would be, so yeah, outside of like the specific programs that you're looking to hire students from, like, are there specific skill sets you're looking for? Are you looking for somebody who has had, leadership roles in student orgs, or like, if you could like build the perfect student, what does that look like to y'all?
I think the big thing, just from our general manager on down, is someone has to have the personality for hospitality, outgoing, friendly, approachable, very much all about customer service. So we realize these are internships and they may not have a lot of experience, but we're just looking for kind of that personality that would blend with the team here at the resort. And then just on a personal note, myself, I just really look for somebody who's dependable. So I think that comes off often in the interview, when they talk about their past employment, are they a dependable person? Do they go above and beyond? And, any type of recognition they can get. So those are, I think, the main ones that I'm looking for. Mackenzie?
Yeah, I agree on the personality is the big thing for me. It's kind of the saying, you can teach someone different skills, but you can't teach someone, to have that kind of personality. That's just kind of who you are. And if you're passionate about hospitality, we can pretty much teach you, those skills that you need to know, just as long as you're able to bring that personality with you. So.
That's awesome. I have one follow-up to your culinary question and interest there too. So we do have a self-operating like dining thing on campus that our hospitality students do participate in. I know when I was a student at Stout, I would often purchase tickets to go and be able to have lunch and see what the students were working on and stuff like that. So they are definitely, in there working specifically with that culinary stuff. So a really cool thing there.
Right.
And then my other question, so if a student gets hired for a co-op position, what does housing look like? Do you all assist with that in any way, or how do we get them all set up with you in Northern Michigan?
So as far as housing goes, we don't have it on property to offer the students, but we do work really, really hard with our past employees, current employees, just local contacts to find affordable housing for our interns. So for example, so far we've been able to find housing for 11 of our interns just because we've made those relationships with people in the community who have rented out rooms to our interns last summer, as well as we have a past employee who has his whole house that he doesn't live in anymore, but he still owns it. And he was kind enough to allow us to put that as an option for our interns to rent out. So we obviously encourage them to look for housing as well, just because, you never know what you might find out there. But we work really hard to try and assist so that all of our interns, if they want to come here, housing isn't, something that doesn't give them this opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was my question as well. So does anyone else have any questions or any follow-up?
I'm Kelly. Nice to meet you. I'm from obviously a career services office, but I do the marketing. And I just wanted to say that following your pages, it's really cool and really neat. So I'm super excited that you are able to join us today, as Steph and Katie mentioned, just to have you kind of start branding and having our students start kind of checking it out and seeing how they don't have to be just limited to certain areas. So I just wanted to say thank you, and whoever does marketing, kudos to them.
Well, we will pass that on. And I do think, the neat thing too about the resort and our summer students is not only would they work in an area that they're assigned to, for example, we have a wonderful health club center here, and there might be students that are leaning toward that type of an industry. They can work there, but then they can also pick up some hours in a different department in the resort if we need help in another area. And even though it won't be their full-time position, they're kind of being exposed to what it's like to work in a housekeeping department or what it's like to be working, as a hostess in a restaurant. So because we have so many different areas here, it really gives them a really great opportunity to get a wonderful overview about the hospitality industry. And it just helps to make sure that that's really what they're interested in pursuing.
Fantastic. Thank you. What else should I ask? I know that you and I had chatted previously because was doing my research and looking and trying to find a map, and it just something was clicking with me, and I had messaged my aunt and I asked if she knew of your property, and they live in Michigan, and she said it was, I quote, always one of my favorite destinations, first class, top notch. So that was exciting. Yes. And she likes her fancy schmancy bougie type of lifestyle. So it was kind of fun to hear someone else's perspective that really solidifies what you're seeing on the website is really in fact what you get. And the experience for the guest is just as fantastic as the experience that you are providing students to go through to grab that experience to move on into their desired job. So I appreciate that. I'm excited. I'm beyond excited. I wish I were still back in college and I'd come do my co-op with you guys because it's just a really neat looking property for sure.
You can always come and visit us.
I will. Yep. I think we need to have a Stout funded, we have to check out the property.
Yeah, I think we could work on some pretty good rates for you as well.
And don't be alarmed if Phil McGurk does come and visit you, so because he's been known to do that. So build that relationship with Stout and have that with our golf. We sent with the marketing, and then I did some targeted emails, and I sent it to the food and beverage and the hospitality, which includes the culinary and the golf, and I sent it to the health, wellness, and fitness, with your spa. So even engineering with facility management, you have a giant facility. So you have a lot of people that I would imagine work in that department. So, you have a one-stop shop for everything you need in a property, and we kind of seem to fulfill all the spots that you would need to make it work and run. So hopefully the continued relationship just keeps blossoming with you and the university here. I see Katie would like to chit chat.
Yeah, so kind of speaking, when you have your interns come, do you have a lot of them who then or is there opportunity for, I should ask, for them to be hired on full time after they co-op or intern with you?
Yes, definitely. So, for example, I was an intern in 2017. I graduated from college in 2018, and then I came back here for a full-time job in 2019. So, and I do know of somebody who did intern the same year I did in 2017, where he was a little bit of a different situation. He graduated that December after school, and he just kept working and rolled right into a full-time job here. So it's definitely an option for students.
And I think our biggest success story is right now, he's our acting rooms operations director. Started out as an intern at the front desk and just worked his way up into where he's at right now. So he's probably like the number 3 person here at the resort. So that's always very inspiring just to see that, students can come in, get their foot in the door, which I think is huge for kids right now. It's kind of a tough time for the hospitality industry and any industry for that matter, but sometimes just to get your foot in the door and meet people and let them know what you have to offer may not be something right now, but it'll definitely pay off down the road. So I just think co-oping and internships are great opportunities for students to connect with people and really, really set their career off on a good foot. And you just never know what opportunities lay ahead for you.
Thank you very much. I don't have any other questions other than I want to make sure that when COVID is safe to travel and you guys can come for whether it be career conference or another event, I want to make sure that we connect you to all the people that are needing to be connected with, so you can do a tour on campus and go see our facilities too, and what we have to offer, because I think seeing is kind of believing what we have to offer for you guys.
That sounds great. We'll pack our bags after the snowstorm.
Right.
But we do want to say too, even with COVID, we were so fortunate last summer to have one of the best summers ever, because so many people were looking for places to come that were close that they could drive to. Our golf courses had the best years ever in such a long, long time. And as you can tell by Mackenzie and I wearing masks, we take COVID safety precautions very careful and very serious here at the resort. So we were able to operate through all of this. We did have, I think, 6 weeks we were down in March, along with the rest of the country for the most part. But after that, we have been up. We were up all winter, lower numbers, but we were still up, and now we're ramping up for a really good season again this year. So vaccinations are coming out up here in northern Michigan, and we're fortunate to have an ownership that makes them available to our employees. Some are still waiting, some have the vaccinations already. So for students that may not know what it's like here in Michigan, or might be a little bit concerned about traveling to a different state this summer, just let them know that it's very safe here in Michigan. We're up in a northern area, so it's not a big city where there's a lot of cases. And we just want to encourage them to keep an open mind and don't let that stop them.
Fantastic. Thank you. Is there any other questions that we can offer, or do you have anything else you want to share?
I think we're good.
Okay.
Yeah, we just, if students want to see what positions we have available, they can go to our website, which is grandtraverseresort.com, click on careers, and they can look for some of our internship opportunities that we're still looking to fill. And they can always contact us as well in the Human Resources Department. If they don't see a position available, they can always contact us and we can start communications that way.
Wonderful. And I know that you had posted the general co-op opportunities on CareerLink, so students know to go there as well. And we included that link as a additional resource to go to your website to see what else you have out there. So that's helpful.
Great. Good.
Well, I appreciate you guys taking the time and chatting with us. It's all so very great to meet you and put faces to names on an email and hear more about the property and the opportunities that you have. It just sounds magical, actually. So I appreciate it, and thank you very much.
Well, thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome.
We're looking to come visit sometime soon, okay?
We'll make that happen for sure.
Thank you so much, you two. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.